Welcome, everybody, to Pinfalls and Passports. For those who don't already know, this is a podcast for people just like you who love the sport of professional wrestling, and for members of our WWE Travel Community Discord server. Not a member of the WWE Travel Community, come join one of the fastest-growing pro wrestling communities online. You can find the Discord invite link here in the podcast bio, and don't forget to follow us on social media at Pinfalls and Passports and Instagram, on X at Pinfalls and Pass, and on TikTok at pinfalls_passports. And please don't forget to follow and subscribe to this podcast to keep up to date with all the happenings involving the world of professional wrestling. My name is Dorkchop. This is Pinfalls and Passports, and I'm joined by Danny and Mira for this month's edition of the Server Member of the Month. We have a special guest, Ramon, who attended the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and we want to get his insight on the event, the breakdown on attending, his experiences, and so much more. So with all that said, Dan, you want to take it away for us?
That was a mouthful, Ken. I don't know how you do it. You don't even miss a beat, dude.
Got a lot of practice.
Yeah, hell yeah. What's up, Ramon? How you doing today, man? I love the fact that we finally got you on here, dude.
Man. Appreciate you guys so much. This is actually my first podcast I've done.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
we got him. Got his ass.
Another one.
Yeah, for sure, man. You're in LA too, right?
I'm in Bakersfield, which is an hour north of LA. I
Same
hop
thing.
around, so right now I'm in Bakersfield. Yeah.
Okay. Nice, man. Nice, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kick things off, man. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your wrestling story? What got you into wrestling?
So what got me into wrestling? I've been watching wrestling since I was like a little kid. I can't even tell you what year I started watching wrestling, but I remember just like staying up late at night before school, watching Raw on mute because my parents made me go to sleep at 9 o'clock. But I stayed up past that, bro. So I was watching Raw on mute and just, talking to my friends the next day in elementary school. I was for sure in elementary school. I was probably like in second, third grade once I started really watching wrestling. So yeah, it's definitely been an experience, kind of growing up and being able to enjoy it as an adult because having to watch Raw on mute and then going from that and then actually watching it, like ringside, being like third row in WrestleMania is like, when I was sitting there, I was like, oh crap, like this is a lot better than watching it on mute for sure.
Yeah, man. When I was a kid, we grew up dirt poor. So now that I'm an adult, this year it'll be, I think, my fourth Mania in a row. So
Nice.
having that adult money,
Yeah,
adult
exactly,
money,
bro. Yeah.
it's nice, man.
We've come a long way from watching scrambled pay-per-views.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
My
yeah.
uncle, having my uncle tape it on the VHS and hopefully, watch it at home. And yeah, man, definitely come a long way for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Okay, so let's talk about your Instagram page. You have a pretty good, decent following.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? How did you start it? What gave you the idea? And just give us a rundown on all that.
So I started the page because I was actually traveling to events long before I made that page, at least like a year or so. And I was shared on my personal account, but no one really cared about it. I was like, hey, like I got 0 likes. I mean, not that I was trying to get likes or comments or anything, but I was like, hey, I'm actually gonna post it on another account because I got a little bit of followers here and there from my personal account because it was public. So a couple people reached out to me actually. Like, I'm not sure if you know, a lot of the ringside crew, like Beard and his wife, they sit ringside pretty much at every event. So
Right.
I've actually met them before the page. So I'll talk to them. And then I saw the stuff they were posting. I was like, you know what? Let me do that let me make a side account. And yeah, ever since then, I would just post all the stuff that's early on in the account was way before I created that account. Like WrestleMania, I went to WrestleMania 39. I went to the Royal Rumble 2013. I went to SummerSlam in Detroit. Yeah, like a whole year before I made that account. So I just got all that stuff
Hell
and
yeah.
posted it into another account. And it started, really slow. I'll get like maybe 40, 50 followers, a week. And then I'll kind of go count down. I'll post a story. It's like, oh yeah, we got to 100 followers.
Yeah.
We got to 300 followers. And once it got to like 1,000 or like 2,000, I just stopped because it was growing really, really fast, really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're at like, what are you at today? Like 50K or
I'm
something
at
like
like
that?
50K right now on Instagram. I think I have like 30 on Facebook after cross posting, and TikTok is like my lowest one just because it's a whole different algorithm, kind of what gets pushed on TikTok. So it's about like 8,000, I think, on TikTok. But yeah, it's definitely been a ride. I got in early, so that's one of the benefits though as well. I got on early, so I think there's like a week or two where I'd wake up and I'd get like 5,000 followers in like a day or two. It's not so much now
Yeah,
because
damn.
there's so many content creators. The space is a lot bigger. But yeah, I got in very early. I
Yeah.
think it was the beginning of 2024, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Man, if we could do those kinds of numbers, right, Mira?
your stuff is really good, man. Like I there was one specifically that I remember. I think it was at the Raw Netflix premiere where Rhea gave you that look and you got it on camera.
Yeah.
And oh dude, I feel like that video made numbers.
Yeah, I had a lot of so my whole thing is kind of just traveling and going to events, and I started doing kind of like memes and skits in between then because I was like, okay, I'm only
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to events every 3 months, so I need to fill that
Mm-hmm.
space. I got to put out something, in between that time. So I started doing kind of like little skits here and there. I don't do them as much. I need to get back into it, but my thing is kind of like quality content. I don't want to push out just things just to push it out and stuff. So, but yeah, that Netflix premiere is probably like one of my most favorite events just because it felt like a mini WrestleMania. You had so
Yeah.
much stuff kind of like at the same time, also, it was a mini WrestleMania where it was really good, but I think it was almost too good because you closed out a lot of storylines that could have been WrestleMania events. You close
For
out CM Punk versus
Punk and
Seth
Seth.
Rollins, one of all. That's like they were
Yeah.
building that for so long that feel like that should have been a WrestleMania like main event, and we had it
Yeah.
on the Netflix Raw. And then the
Yeah.
Roman
Dude,
versus Solo too. That was another one.
that one too.
Yeah,
That
they're
one too,
building the
yeah.
whole clash of who owns the bloodline and all this stuff, and yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite events.
They spoiled us. What did you pay for your seat?
My seat for that one was like $1,600 for that one. That one, I dropped the bag, bro. I dropped the bag. And it's funny because I checked Ticketmaster, like I have it open on my app. So I'll just casually check it to see if anything drops because they don't drop all the tickets right away. So I think I was at the Walmart parking lot and I refreshed it and I saw that corner seat and the one next to it pop up. And I added it to my cart and I tried to buy it and it didn't let me. It was like, oh, tickets unavailable. And I refreshed it again and it popped up maybe 5 minutes later. I tried to do it again. So I messaged one of my friends, Tommy. I was like, hey, bro, it's not letting me. Can you try putting it into your cart, see if it goes through? And he said, yeah, I went to my car. I was like, all right, here's $1,600. I told him $1,600. I was like, hey, just buy it for me. And the funny thing about that is later that day, one of my friends was like, bro, please tell me you didn't get that corner seat. I was like, yeah, dude, I got it. He's like, I was trying to put that in my car. So me and him, we're going back and forth in my car trying to buy it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I got that seat over my homie Mario, I think. Yeah, so it was Mario trying to get back and forth, trying to get that seat. But yeah, $1,600, definitely probably one of the most expensive tickets I bought. Every other seat has been like $1,200. I think WrestleMania 39, where it's at.
Yeah.
Rome.
Right, so right before we had a little technical issue, you stopped at the Raw on
Yeah.
the Netflix premiere where you paid for the corner seat and it was beefing with you and your friend. Y'all didn't even know that y'all were trying to get the same seat.
Bro. Yeah, he was like, please tell me you didn't get that seat. I was like, yeah, bro, I got this corner seat. He's like, man, I've been trying to add it to my cart the whole morning. So yeah, it's all love. A lot of these guys, especially like myself and a lot of guys that travel, we wait until the last minute. We're always constantly refreshing the app. So I wasn't surprised it was someone I knew that, was trying to get that same seat
Nice.
as me.
I feel like that's
Nice,
the
man.
approach.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a fun event though too. It's like that's where I got my selfie with Rhea Ripley too. She was right there on the
Yep.
guardrail. So yeah, so the Undertaker comes out and I was like, oh crap! I turn around and yeah, I'm looking at the ring and I was like, oh crap, the Undertaker's here. That's cool. And I look back and it's like Rhea Ripley's right behind me, bro. Like leaning on the guardrail right next to me.
Ooh.
And we kind of just look at each other. Oh shit, like the Undertaker's here. Like we're both like, gave each other a look. And then I looked back to the front. I was like, wait, Rhea Ripley's right behind me, bro. I was like, I bust out my phone like really quick, just bust it up, and I was like, hey, it happened like super quick,
Nice.
bro. I didn't even ask her. I was just like, hey, I was like, yeah, and she kind of like, did her whole thing. She was a good sport about it, and stuck out her tongue and gave me that whole,
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That's so cool.
yeah,
That's
it was awesome.
all right. Let's go to switch gears for a second and talk about Saudi. You went to the Royal Rumble. What convinced you? What made you want to go? What's like the story on that? Because it's not every day that you meet somebody that goes to Saudi, man. That's a very, I feel like that's a very rare thing, and for you to go out there, that's amazing, man. So why don't you tell us about that?
So, I mean, the main reason I go to events is to basically for the travel aspect of it. Like when I went to San Antonio, I did a lot of the touristy stuff there. I did, the river walk. When I went to Detroit, I tried all the food and everything, tried the pizza. So a lot of the events that I go to are mainly for like the tourism aspect of it. It's a trip. We grew up poor, so we never went anywhere. So that's my way of kind of, seeing the world and, trying different foods and seeing how people live in different areas and just getting that travel bug, I guess. So yeah, when I saw that it was going to be in Saudi, I was like, I have to go to that. Like, there's going to be no other reason for me. I would probably never go there if it wasn't for the Royal Rumble, because the Royal Rumble is one of my favorite events. So I was like, I have to go to that. So I was tracking tickets. I knew a few locals that live out there that helped me, that told me, hey, the tickets are going to go on sale at this time and, come in 2 hours before. So when I finally got my ticket that I got for SmackDown right on the guardrail was about like $90 USD, and that was off resale.
Damn.
And my Royal Rumble ticket was actually, I think, $13 or $20. So as soon as I bought my Royal Rumble ticket, because I bought that one first, I was like, all right, I have my ticket. Now I have to just get the flight. Like, this is the cheapest. Like, there's no way. I'm not going to go with a $20 ticket to Royal Rumble, bro. But it was insane getting that ticket. There's, I think, at some point, I think it was going around the internet, it was 600,000 people in the queue waiting to get tickets. So I was lucky. As soon as I clicked on a ticket, it vanished right away, and I was able to get one. So yeah, it was pretty hard.
Okay, so you went to SmackDown as well too, and I was watching your stories, and I even asked you about this too, but maybe you can shed some light on it. You were by the barricade, and it looked stressful to me because it looked like the kind of event where it doesn't matter if I'm seat 1 or seat 10. If I'm seat 10, I'm gonna run to the barricade and I'm gonna clog that aisle up. Is that kind of how that is, or?
It was, bro. It was, yeah. Yeah. So when I first got there, I don't know if you've seen the video. I was a little late. So when I get there, the whole barricade is full of people. So I had to, walk over. I had to walk on the steps to get to where I was going. Is it buffering a little bit, or is the audio good still?
It's still pretty good.
Yeah. We're around Saudi.
All right. Is this better?
Yes, it is.
We got it. We got
All
it,
right,
man.
cool. But yeah, as far as the barricade situation, when I got to my seat, it was kind of all full on the barricade, so I had to walk on the steps to get to my seat, and it was missing. They moved my seat because they figured there's nobody sitting there. So I had to grab it from the guardrail, unfold it, and all this stuff, man. It was insane, but yeah, there's people, there are seat 9 or seat 8 people trying to like get on top of me to get on the guardrail. Everyone's squished together. Everyone's saying, hey, because I was taking up my space. I had my arms on the guardrail protecting my space. And they're like, hey, can you move this way? Can you, turn the other way? I was like, nah, bro. I was like,
no way. Man, I feel like I don't know about you, but man, I would have been just a dick to everybody. I'd be shoving people out.
I was trying not to be. I was trying not to be because I know it's it's their country and I'm a guest and everything. And at the same time, I've been to so many events and these guys probably haven't been able to get those type of seats before. So I kind of just let it slide for the most part. But yeah, it was pretty interesting.
So how was Royal Rumble? How was the event? How was the people? How was the crowd?
The crowd was hot, bro. The crowd was hot, like especially for the kickoff and early on. But I think because the gates open at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the events didn't start until 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night. So you have a bunch of people there for 8 hours that have been there all day, and finally when the event starts, they're just they're gassed out, dude. They're just that, and that I noticed that too because I even said to myself, "There's no way these guys are going to be able to keep the same energy from the kickoff up to the event, bro. There's just no way." Being there from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. I was tired, and I was there almost like the same amount of time, dude. I got there at 3 p.m. to get to the kickoff, and the Royal Rumble didn't start till 10 o'clock at night, man.
Oh my god, that's an
Bro,
all-day thing.
It was all day. I was hyped because I was like, as far as the adrenaline and everything, but yeah, bro, it's insane.
Yeah.
That just it's too long.
One of our other users that we talked with yesterday, Michael, he said that after the event, it took him like 3 hours to get back to his hotel. It took him a while.
Oh, dude. It didn't take me that long, honestly. Where did I go after? So I went to eat like as soon as I left the Royal Rumble and SmackDown. I was just walking up the boulevard up and down. It was like midnight, 1 a.m. And I was like, bro, I need something to eat. Like I want to try some Arabic food, anything, as far as like that I would not be able to have at home. So I found a little joint, at the end of the street. Probably takes like 10 minutes or so to get there. I just ate and called the Uber from there. So, if you leave right after the event finishes, then yeah, it probably took like 3 hours. But
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't bad for me for sure.
How was the city?
The city, the best way I can explain it is it's kind of like Tijuana, bro. It's like Tijuana, but just different type of people. The buildings are all brown. There's kind of dust everywhere, dirt everywhere. The car, like the Ubers that picked me up, they're just full of dust on top of them, bro.
Holy
They're just
crap.
that's the best way I can explain it is Tijuana, but just with, different type of people, dressed different. Best way to
Wow,
describe it.
that's crazy, man. What about like the food? Did you go to any bars, restaurants, anything like that?
So alcohol is actually banned there. So there's like no bars. I think they've been lenient lately with tourists and have sections for tourists, like especially in hotels, but there's no bars. As far as the restaurants, there's malls and places like that. So malls are really popular. So there's a different like food and stuff. But yeah, there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's
Hell
a bunch
yeah.
of different places, man. There's definitely a lot of fast food for sure. But the food is good. I mean, it's a lot of different nationalities live there. There's Filipinos, there's people from Lebanon. I think the restaurant I went to, the guy that owns it is from Lebanon.
Yeah.
So yeah, different people. So, but the food's good, man. The food's good. Everything's open late too, and there's a lot of coffee shops. So everything's open to like 2 a.m. Even the coffee shops are open to like 1 a.m. So definitely very interesting. Recommend anyone to go out there, guys.
I like
For
that,
sure.
man.
Yeah,
Coffee
it's
shops
fun.
still
You
open?
guys should go down there.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, there we go. Perfect.
Okay, we just have like a few more questions, man. We're not that far
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you something. You went to Six Flags.
I did.
Did you get on that roller coaster?
The Phoenix flight, I think is what it's called, Falcons flight, was closed that day. Bro, it was closed that day when I got there. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. It's closed.
Wow.
But I did get on everything else. I did get on, I think it's like the world's largest pendulum swing one. So I got on that one. And bro, I'm scared of heights. I don't even know how I got on that one, bro. I passed out because I was screaming and I closed my eyes and like 5 seconds later I wake up, bro. So I literally passed out. You're like upside down,
Yeah.
bro. It's insane. It's a fun little spot. It's really small compared to like other Six Flags, especially like the one here that we have. But yeah, it's very fun. It's very different because you see like a lot of the women all covered up and the guys all with their clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a different experience for sure.
For sure. Are you going back to Mania next year?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'll do it.
No doubt, for sure. Have to go back, man. I'm gonna be a tour guide. I'm gonna charge people like $100 to come hang with me and do the hey, there's no I had to plus on that trip, bro.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. It's kind of like I have to make something, and so I'm gonna be trying to do kind of tour guide services and stuff
For sure.
like that.
So what about this year? What kind of travel plans do you have? Are you going to Mania? What else do you have on your list?
For sure, Mania, which is like in It's gonna come quick. I'm trying to do Backlash, but now that they announced the European tour, I'm gonna try to do a couple of the dates in the Europe.
Italy.
So I'm thinking about doing Portugal and Spain dates, which are just right next to each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do some different stuff. Like I said, it's all travel for me. That's the main reason to kind of do it. So yeah, gonna definitely hit that European tour.
How are you funding these trips, man? What are you selling?
It's a lot of DoorDash and a lot of selling merch on my page and stuff like that. So I do a lot of gig work. And I also sell merch on my page. So I don't do it very often. Just kind of like lay low. I don't want to ruffle the wrong feathers and stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, I do gig work and merch and just whatever I can, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Right now, I'm in between working. I do work in hotel management, so we're in between a project right now. We've been in between projects for like 2 years, so I think I'm gonna start working again in like 2 months. So I'm gonna be more selective with my dates now that I won't be openly available. Just like go, hey, catch a flight real quick and take off. So
For sure.
yeah.
So let's see. Okay, kind of changing gears here. What was your favorite feud of all time in wrestling?
Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, bro.
Oh,
yes.
shit. Okay. I thought you were gonna
That's
say
like-
Stone Cold and The Rock, which is I think
No,
everybody.
I mean, yeah, but no, Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, bro. That like set the tone for like just that won the Monday Night Wars. That in itself that's like eye opening, like especially now when like being an adult, like how much people hate their boss.
Yeah.
Like Vince McMahon was the boss, the owner of the WWE. So having some guy like Stone Cold, pulling him out in the middle of the ring, holding something to his head, a specific something to his head,
Right.
like it's insane, man, to even think about that. So Stone Cold Vince McMahon has to be like the best feud of all time.
I always remember that that's when WWE turned it around on WCW, and I think the night that they officially reversed the ratings was the Tyson versus Austin segment.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, well, I remember when that happened. Man, I think Eric Bischoff said it himself that wow, like they're about to kill us in the ratings.
They won. Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, that whole time just shifted the whole gear of professional wrestling
Yeah.
where it is now, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Nice. And that was one of my favorite feuds because I fantasized about beating up my boss too.
Yeah, to this day, I think it's one of those things. Just authority figures for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and there hasn't been a heel authority figure quite like Vince McMahon on screen since.
Nope.
No, not at all.
So, okay, since you travel so much, any tips and tricks for people that are traveling to shows? What do you think? What do you pack when you get there, or anything that you think could be useful?
Just before I start, am I lagging again so I can reset?
You're good.
No?
You're
Okay.
good.
So tips for traveling, honestly, just book your hotel first, book your flight first because those are the most expensive things, and always wait till the last minute. WWE does not sell their tickets right away, especially all of them. On location, they stash them away. So a week or two before the event, any unsold on location tickets go on sale on Ticketmaster. They release those. So to be able to look up that, go to On Location to see what tickets they're selling on there. So you'll have a good idea of what tickets are going to come out if they don't sell. So, between a month out from the event, go on location, look at the tickets they're selling because they'll list the aisle, the seat and everything. And then you have a good idea of how many tickets are going to be put out last minute.
Boom. There
That
it
is
is.
awesome advice. I did not know that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. A lot of on location tickets go unsold, so they release them the last second. And same for friends and family. Comp tickets they give out to celebrities or, employees' friends. They don't sell all of them, which are in the opposite direction of the hard cam. So, yeah, they release a lot of tickets the same day as well.
Boom. That's a huge note right there. Just try to get tickets, man, because on location that's a whole different tier of money there. That's a different tax bracket.
Yeah, and even the guys that I know that constantly get on location, they're stopping because it's so expensive. So yeah, I mean, you're seeing a lot of advertisements for on location from content creators and stuff. So they're definitely struggling. So there will be a lot more last minute tickets available, I think, for a lot of events moving forward.
Hell yeah. Okay, before we start wrapping up, I ask this to everybody because I like judging people, man. What is your Mount Rushmore, past or present?
My Mount Rushmore, mine's gonna be a little bit shorter, you guys. I'm gonna have maybe like 3 or so people on mine because I
okay.
feel like we're too limited. You start throwing in people that are just kind of just throwing in people just because to get that fifth person.
For sure.
But I'm a big fan of the kind of the cruiserweight division and kind of athleticism. So for sure, I'm gonna start with Rob Van Dam on my Mount Rushmore. Seeing the stuff that he did was just like so different compared to a lot of wrestlers. You had the big bulky guys, the big strong guys, and he was more lean and kind of doing backflips. And his frog splash has to be one of the best frog splashes.
It's
He got
beautiful.
so much air, and just seeing how he did that, I was like, whoa, like dude, this guy's doing insane stuff. So Rob Van Dam, Mick Foley, as far as his different iterations, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind. Who else? Rey Mysterio for sure. Again, like I said, I love the cruiserweight division. All the athleticism. Definitely Eddie Guerrero as well. His promos, just his athleticism. A lot of the stuff he did was just insane. And I'm gonna be that one guy, bro. But dude, Shane McMahon, bro. Let's put Shane McMahon on there, bro. Like when he did coast to coast, bro. Like coast to coast.
The first time.
Bro, it was insane. When I was like a kid, I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, I'm gonna throw Shane McMahon on there, bro. Honest to God, bro.
I like it. I've never
And this is
seen.
my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not kind of like who moved. As far as popularity go, those are my favorite wrestlers growing up for sure. Man, bro, is a wrestler. I don't care what anybody says. He's an OG wrestler.
That's the most. I've never seen a list like that, and I appreciate it so much. Just because of the variety in there and just names that you don't normally see, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the most original lists we've ever had, and I'm here for it.
I like it. Okay, wait. Before we leave, hold on. What's this is for?
Yeah, we're all good now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, man. One last question because you're in the LA area, and I'm gonna tag all the LA fools for this one. What is your In-N-Out order?
My In-N-Out order is definitely animal style. The number 2, which is a double patty, animal style with regular French fries. Actually, extra crispy French fries, for sure. You gotta have the crispy French fries, man.
Yep.
God.
Well done, French fries.
Hey, and then also 7-Up as my soda with a little bit of lemon in there. You gotta throw some lemons inside of it before you put the 7-Up in there, bro. Trust me, trust.
Damn, I haven't drank 7-Up in years, dude.
Hey, telling you, throw some lemons in there, then put the 7-Up in there, bro. Golden. That's
Brono's ball. That's definitely how you drink your 7-Up.
I got a milkshake, man. Chocolate milkshake. It's so good, man.
Fire.
So good. It's crazy, like all the door. I don't know if you know the crazy, like the hidden menu stuff. I don't know if
I'm
you've heard of it.
familiar with it. Yeah, I know about Animal Style, and I had that in Vegas. It was really good.
And then I think Flying Dutchman is the one where they instead of the buns they use onion rings or something like that.
Yeah. That's the Flying Dutchman.
That's yeah,
I need to
Sir.
try that. I love onions, bro. So I need to try it.
for sure. Dork, you got to try that in Vegas, man. There's a few In-N-Outs out there.
definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Anyway,
Well, damn, dude, that's it, man. I'm so happy that we got you on here finally.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude.
appreciate it,
Appreciate it.
man.
My first podcast. So yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Not really, bro. Not
Okay.
really. I do this for fun, you guys. It's all my travel stuff. So nothing really to plug.
Okay.
That's
I
fair.
roll with the boys and kind of just go to events and hang out and that's all it
yeah.
is, man. It's all WWE is it's more than just events, bro. It's a destination. You're going to different cities. That's why I'm kind of disappointed that they're having it in WrestleMania. I would rather go to New Orleans because I've never been there. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. So we'll see.
Exactly. Well, I didn't see your name on the party bus list, man.
The party bus?
Come on.
Maybe. We'll see, man. We'll see.
We're gonna have a stripper pole and everything.
So
Hey, we're gonna have. It's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be crazy in WrestleMania, guys. This time we're gonna go extra crazy. You know,
For
us
sure.
and the boys and whoever we can get out there.
For
A
sure,
lot more
man.
parties now, a lot more events. So it's gonna be insane
Wrestle
this
Lit.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lit's
Wrestle
gonna be
Lit. Yeah,
crazy.
they hit me up, and yeah, that's definitely something to check out for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we see you out there, man. And dude, thanks so much for joining us again. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. All right, we'll
problem.
see you guys again. All right,
All right.
peace.
Don't
And
lock.
we have been Pinfalls and Passports.